another edition of Random Acts of Rebellion. Today on my right, we have a very confused teenage Sally. And on my left, we have her parents George and the very beautiful Meg. Are you sure you two aren't sisters?
Oh, Guy, you're making me blush.
And over here, Sally's peers! Woo! You know the drill. I'll provide a certain random act of rebellion to this confused teen, and her peers and her parents will each get a chance to convince her to do it or convince her not to. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Sally, you be a good girl now, okay?
Your first random act of rebellion is to sneak out of your house at night to meet your boyfriend, but that is strictly forbidden by your parents. Parents, you're up first. Convince your daughter to stay home.
Sally, darling, trust is a two-way street, okay? So while you are living underneath my roof, you will obey my rules. Got it, sweetie? After all, I'm keeping you home for your own good, and no one ever said life was fair. So do your homework, eat your vegetables. Honey, say something.
Do as your mother says, or I'll kick your butt.
Really, George? That's the best you've got?
Yes.
Thank you, Megan George. Your time is up. And might I say, Megan, your arguments sure convinced me to stay home. Peers, convince her to go!
YOLO! You only live once. Besides, your boyfriend is so cute.
Your parents will never know. Just say it wasn't me.
Just do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! So, Sally, what'll it be? Will you rebel or not?
Well, Guy, I'm not sure. Do you mind if I talk that with you?
No problem.
Well, as exciting and enthusiastic as my peers' arguments are, I don't think saying it wasn't me will work when my parents catch me sneaking back in or find my bedroom empty. And you, stay away from my boyfriend.
What about your parents' arguments?
Well, I've heard most of Mom's arguments before, but it was the way she said, sweetie, after her usual, well, you live under my roof, blah, blah, blah. That really got me thinking. What if she actually follows through on her latest threat? To make me pay rent. And that's even scarier than a kick in the butt from Dad.
So?
Well, Guy, I've decided to stay at home. I'm so sorry, Pete. My 25th birthday is just around the corner.
45th, darling, 45th.
Thank you, Sally.
I feel a little less than a rebellious teenager. Do you think we could try one more?
No problem, Sally. Your next random act of rebellion, if you so choose, is getting a tattoo. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
My daughter would never do such a thing.
Of course not, honey. Parents convince away.
Sally, honey, your body is a temple, okay? Do not put graffiti on the temple. When you are 79 years old, you will look at that tattoo, which no longer looks like anything, as it sags to the floor, and you will regret the day you were born. I mean, the day you got the tattoo, not the day you were born, of course.
But everyone's doing it, Mom.
Well, if anyone decided to jump off a bridge, would you? George, say something. I think I'm losing her.
Do as your mother says, or I will kick your butt.
Thanks a lot, George, for your insight and support.
Thank you, parents. Now, Piers, it's your turn. Apply a little bit of pressure.
Sally, it's your body. You can do what you want with it.
Parents are so out of touch, man. Tattoos are like art, man. Art rules.
Do it! Do it! Do it! Sit. Come on, Sally, what'll it be? Will you... to tattoo or not to tattoo? I could have been a poet.
Well, Guy, I think I'm gonna get the tattoo. And maybe a belly button ring.
No, you can't. No, not my daughter.
that mother's pain.
Can you imagine the pain and the suffering we might have caused ourselves? We were so smart to not have kids.
You're preaching to the choir.
But for all of you that did not look before you leapt, call now.
And help those like Sally and Megan by providing a dash of hope. We pause now for a word from our sponsor. Click on Psychic Parent Network.